Greetings all and welcome to lesson 6 of AlgoFox Academy. Now in the past few lessons, we have seen the journey of a startup all the way till IPO. In today's session, I am going to go into my Demat account and place live trades in front of you. Now, Demat account is basically an account from which buying and selling of shares happen. A person can have as many Demats account as you want. Now there are many brokers who provide Demat account services. Few of them are Zerodha, Alice Blue, Fires, Zebu, Trade Genie, India Infoline, so forth and so on. I have Demat account in all of them. However, to begin with, you can start trading or investing with one or two Demat accounts of your choice. Let me directly go to my Demat account and show you how I place orders in the live market.
So this is my Zerodha account, this is my username, password and a PIN. Once I log in, you'll see my name is visible here and I have approximately 2,73,000 rupees in my account. Now this is the amount that I have transferred from my bank account to the Zerodha Demat account. So when you want to purchase shares, you need to transfer funds from your bank account to the Demat account. The Demat account will act as a wallet, and from this wallet you will be able to transfer money to exchange to buy or sell shares. Now this is a watch list that I have. Whatever stocks I want to purchase, I need to add them in this watch list. For example, to begin with, I'll just delete everything and start from the scratch. Let us say I am interested to purchase State Bank of India shares. All I have to do is search for State Bank of India and you will see that there is SBIN listed on NSE and I can add this on my watch list. Now once I add State Bank of India in my watch list, it will be visible in my watch list. Now currently you can see State Bank of India price is 516.95. and this 516.95 is called as CMP or LTP. And as you can see, depending upon the demand and supply, the prices of State Bank of India will keep fluctuating up or down. Now, to understand how much is the demand and supply, I can go to market depth. There's this third button called as market depth. The moment I click on this, you will see bid and offer. Bid is nothing but the price at which buyer wants to buy, and offer is the price at which seller wants to sell the shares. You see, buyers constantly try to bargain and reduce the price, and sellers also want to offer the shares at a higher price. For example, currently you can see that the price is 517, but the buyer wants to buy at 516.95. Some buyers wants to buy it at 516.85. Some buyers want to buy it at a lower price, let us say 516.75, so forth and so on. Similarly, there are sellers in the market. Few sellers want to sell it at 516.95. Few sellers want to sell it at 517.15, so forth and so on. Now, the total outstanding number of shares that are open is 10,17,000. Similarly, the total number of shares open to sell are 17,53,000. So clearly there are more number of shares to be sold rather than the shares to be bought. And so far you can see the volume, that means totally around 70 lakh shares have already been transferred from buyers to seller or vice versa. Today SBIN opened at 521.55. This is called as the opening price of State Bank of India. The lowest that the State Bank of India has gone today is to 515.50. The highest State Bank of India has gone today is to 523.50. And yesterday it closed at 520.40. This is called as a previous close. There are other things also. We'll discuss about them in our coming chapters as we go ahead. But to begin with, you need to understand that we have CMP, we have bid by buyers, offer by sellers, and then there is open price, high price, low price and previous close price. Also there is volume, which basically represents how many shares are totally transacted today. Now if I want to purchase State Bank of India, there are multiple ways in which I can place order. The easiest is just go to this buy button and a buy pop-up will open up here. This is the buy window. I can drag it up a little bit. Now here I have two options as discussed in our previous chapter. We have intraday. Intraday is also known as MIS or CNC, also called as delivery. Now if I want to purchase State Bank of India for long term, I'll choose CNC. But if I want to trade in State Bank of India for intraday, that means if I have to buy today and sell today itself, I'll choose intraday. So it is totally up to me what I want to choose, whether I want to choose intraday or whether I want to choose delivery. Now let us say I prefer delivery. That means I want to buy and hold State Bank of India shares for few days. And let us say I want to buy 5 shares of State Bank of India. All I can do is just go to the quantity, replace 1 by 5, and that is it. Now when I'm placing the orders, I have two main options to place order. One is market, other is limit. Now these are very interesting options. When we select market, you will see that the price is disabled. That means whenever you select market and apply for a buy, whatever price is available in the market, at that price the shares will be purchased. There is no option to bargain here. So if I select market and click on buy, the shares will be immediately purchased. Look at this. I'm just clicking on buy and that's it. Buy of State Bank of India is complete, and now in my Demat account I have 5 shares at 516.75. To check the complete order detail, I can go to this orders. In the orders, you can see I have 5 shares placed at 516.75. Now to know how much profit or loss I am making, I can go to this column called as positions. Position is where all my open positions will be visible to me. So if I go to positions, you can see I have 5 State Bank of India shares purchased at 516.75. Current price is 516.80, which is giving me a profit of 25 paisa. And this price will keep fluctuating up and down depending upon whether the market is going up or whether the market is going down. Now, this is about State Bank of India shares for long term. Similarly, let us say I want to trade in some other stock. Let us say I want to purchase few shares of say Tata Motors. I can search for Tata Motors again in the watch list, add it to the watch list, and you will see Tata Motors here. I can minimize the market depth of State Bank of India and maximize the market depth of Tata Motors. And Tata Motors, again you will see the different details for Tata Motors. There are the buyers and sellers. There is around 8 lakh shares of Tata Motors available to buy, 16 lakh shares of Tata Motors available to sell. Again, clearly sellers are more than buyers. The open, high, low and close price of Tata Motors is also available and volume is also available. Now let us say in Tata Motors I want to take trade but at my preferred price and not on the market price. I'll click on buy button, long term of course, and choose limit. In the limit, currently the price of Tata Motors is 465.80, but I don't want to purchase it at 465.80. Let us say I decide to purchase at 460. I want to buy only and only when Tata Motors price comes down to 460. If it doesn't come to 460, I don't want to buy. In this case, I can choose the quantity, let us say maybe 4 shares of Tata Motors at 460 and I'll click on buy. Now look what happens. Tata Motors buy order is placed but it is not yet executed because the price currently is 466. So in my order, you will see the order being open, and this order will stay open throughout the day till 3:30 p.m. If by any chance Tata Motors comes down to 460, this order will be complete. Else this will be cancelled automatically. So tomorrow when the market opens, if I'm still interested to purchase Tata Motors, I will have to replace a fresh order at 460. This is about trading for position. Now let us talk about trading for intraday. Note that in both the cases, State Bank of India and Tata Motors, we have placed the buy order first. Since we are placing buy order first, this entire process is called as long position. That means we are buying the shares and expecting the market to go up to make our profits. Now let us try to place sell orders. For example, let us say I'll choose some other stock, let us say Wipro. Let us say I expect the market to fall down even more. Wipro has already fallen down by 1.77% today. The price is at 428 and I feel market is going to fall down even more from here. All I have to do is click on this sell button and here try to sell. I can sell it at either market price or at limit price. If I click on market, I will be able to sell at the current price itself. Now, if I will sell right now here, the order will be rejected. I'll tell you the reason after I place this order. So if I click on sell, you see the order of Wipro is rejected. Now let's head back to what we have learned in our previous classes. The reason why the sell order of Wipro was rejected is because we chose positional or delivery. Let's go back to the sell button here. You see, I had selected Wipro as long term or delivery, and we know that short positions are valid only for intraday. That means I was trying to sell first without even owning the stock, and I was trying to sell for delivery, not for intraday, and because of which my broker has rejected the order. Instead of long term, if I select intraday and try to place the exact same order, you see the order is complete. As explained in the previous classes, short positions, that is when you want to sell first, is valid only for intraday and not for delivery. That means right now it is 12:06. We can close this position before 3:30 p.m. at any time. And if we forget to close this position, broker will close the position on our behalf at around 3:15. And if broker will close, he will charge a small penalty for our carelessness. Now let me go to position and show you what we have so far. So we have 5 shares of State Bank of India. The quantity is +5 because we have purchased first, and we have -1 in Wipro. -1 because we have sold first without even owning it. So now if Wipro prices goes up, we will make loss, and if Wipro prices goes down, we will make profits. Now we have -1 share of Wipro, and let us say we are expecting Wipro to come down. You can see we have sold at 428.15. If it goes up, we are making losses. If it comes down, we are trying to make profits here. Now, one, Wipro is in MIS, that is it is in intraday. State Bank of India is CNC, that means it is for positional trading. Now, after the day ends, Wipro will be squared off, or Wipro's position will be closed, and State Bank of India will be held for longer term until and unless I feel like selling the shares. Now I can hold State Bank of India for absolutely any number of days. In fact, I've already purchased few shares in this account from last few months. Now, whatever positions that I hold for more than a day, that means all the delivery trades after the day completes, gets shifted from position to holding section. So if I go to my holdings, you will see all the shares I have purchased in last few months. So totally I have invested 2,78,000, whose current value is approximately 2,70,000 right now, where overall it is giving me a current loss of 8,000 rupees. But that's okay because I am holding these shares for long term. When the market will go up, again these shares will become positive. Now I have 400 shares of IEX, 10 shares of Intellect, 200 shares of IOC, so forth and so on. All the positions that I hold for more than a day shifts to holding section, and these are the shares that I can hold forever. Now let us say if I want to sell any of these shares, I can do that from the holding section. All I have to do is come to any share that I want to book profits. For example, right now LICI is giving me a profit of 388 rupees 50 paisa. If I feel like squaring off this position, if I want to book this position, I can click on this three dot and click on exit. That means I want to exit from this position and book 380 or 370, whatever profit is available right now. I can click on exit. Again, when I want to exit, I have two options. I can exit at whatever market price is available, or I can apply for bargaining. Let us say I apply for bargaining. Currently the price is 686.2. I want to sell at 682.5. I can do that and click on sell. That means in the entire day today, whenever 686.5 would come, the order will be complete, and it has already come, so the order is complete. And you will see from my holding this has become 00. That means I have booked a profit of around 380 rupees and my capital has become free now. Now if I go back to positions, I will see this LICI sold holding minus 30. So whatever PNL is coming here, now this is irrelevant. A lot of beginners get confused, but to help you out, this LICI is basically sold from my holdings, existing holding. So whatever PNL I have here right now is irrelevant, and I've sold it at 686.50. So I've already booked a profit of 400 rupees. Now whatever new PNL is coming here, we should not be bothered about it at all. So effectively we have only two positions open. One is State Bank of India, other is Wipro. After talking about how to place buy or sell order, next let us talk about how to place target and stop loss. Now for example, if I'm taking an intraday trade, let us say I have Wipro that I've sold at 428.15, and let us say my target is that whenever Wipro will reach down to 425, I would like to exit. So 425 becomes my target. How do I place target? It is very, very simple. Go to this three dot, click on exit and select limit and choose the price as 425. That means you're telling your broker that you want to buy back this share which you have sold at 428.15 at 425. And the moment you click on buy, look what happens. In the order section, your target is placed. Now, whenever Wipro will come down from 428 to 425, the order will be executed, giving you a profit of approximately 3 rupees per share. Now this is when market is expected to go down. What if we are expecting the market to go up? We should also have a stop loss in our mind. The stop loss can also be set in a very, very simple way. Click on the 3 button again, click on exit again, and this time instead of market or limit, click on SL. SL stands for stop loss. In the stop loss, mention the price at which you want to square off. For example, if I make the price as say 430, that means if the price goes above to 430, I would like to exit. So there is a price and there is a trigger price. Trigger price is basically the price at which your stop loss should be triggered. It ideally, price and trigger price should be very, very close to each other. So I'll write this as 429.95. So at 429.95 paisa, I want to trigger my stop loss, and the stop loss will be triggered at 430. And when I click on buy, you see stop loss order is also placed. Now you see in the order book we have target of 425 and the stop loss whose trigger is also pending because market has not reached 429.95. So effectively we have placed both targets and stop loss for Wipro. You can also place targets and stop loss for any positions of your wish. Now one thing that I want to emphasize here is that whenever you are placing a stop loss, it is must to select SL. For example, in the three dots, when I click on exit, it is must to place this as an SL order. If I don't select as an SL order, broker will immediately square off my position. If I select market or limit to buy, broker will immediately square off my existing position. Why does broker do that? We'll discuss that in detail in our coming chapters. But for now, just understand this, that whenever you place a buy order, you can place a target as well as a stop loss. When you're placing a target, you have to place only via limit order. And when you're placing a stop loss, you have to place stop loss via only and only SL order type. That's it. There are many different types of order types. We're going to discuss all of them in our upcoming lessons or in our upcoming chapters. But for today, we have learned how to place buy order, how to place short order, and how to see the positions, how to see the holding, how to exit stocks from the holding as well. Now, one question that you might ask is, how do I determine which stock will go up and which stock will go down? Now, there are multiple ways in which you can do it. For example, for State Bank of India, I can see the chart of State Bank of India, and this is the chart. This is how the State Bank of India has gone up or down by. Now, these charts are also called as technical charts, and we can apply concepts like technical indicator, price actions, and so many other concepts to understand when to enter and when to exit. In our coming lessons, we are going to discuss technical analysis, price actions, options, futures, all of that in detail. But to begin with, this is how you will place orders in your broker. In our coming classes, we are going to discuss few more important things related to order placement and how to book profits and stop losses. So see you in my next lesson.